It's me, your boy Rokkets again, and today I'm back with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Tier analysis video, so let's get started. And today we'll be doing it on Salamangreats and Rockets, so let's get started. I already said that.
Look, here's the thing. Fine. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
Anyways, for the pros, they have good monsters, they have good spells and traps. Most of their spells and traps are really busted. Like, some of them are actually just based around actual banned cards. I guess technically Monster Reborn is no longer banned, but back when these cards came out, Monster Reborn was banned. They are consistent now, especially now that they have 3 of their circles back, as well as even an additional searcher. They are versatile because they have many ways of getting around many different situations. The deck has negates, they have non-targeting removal, they have destruction removal, they have spell and trap removal, they have all kinds of things for many different situations. This deck has generic cyber support to work with for even more consistency, and just in case you didn't have enough searchers, you got that Signet support. And they also have decent defensive abilities and great recovery. For the cons, they rely heavily on their field spell, which is why I normally run 2. I know most Salamangreat players only want to run the field spell, but that one field spell could be getting rid of very easily. Even when I had 2, I still ran into the issue where my opponent just got rid of it and I was barely able to scrape by. But the deck can still do things, but without the field spell, it's going to be really difficult. And the other con is that generally can't play through more than 2 to 3 disruptions. For the stats, I'd give this deck a 3.5 out of 5 in power, a 3 out of 5 in defense, a 3.5 out of 5 in recovery, a 3.5 out of 5 for versatility, and a 4 out of 5 for consistency. And overall, I'd say that this deck is a tier 2.5 deck. It's not meta, but I feel like this deck could easily compete with most meta decks, especially now that some of the great meta decks have been hit. But who knows with the new sets coming forward? Because I'm not sure exactly where Gimmick Puppets or, any of the new decks coming out in the newer sets would stand. Anyways, let's get on to Rockets. And recently, Rockets lost Borload Savage, and recently I decided to record some duels with Rockets. And I guess you guys will just have to wait to watch those videos to see how well that went. Anyways, for the pros, they have good monsters, they have good spells and traps, they can swarm, they are consistent, and are fairly versatile. Also, this deck has generic dragon support to work with as well. For the cons, the Rockets are a bit slow, mostly just the Rockets. If you just want to make a Dragon Link deck with Rockets, it could work. But because of the way Rockets function, they're pretty slow, and it makes it easier for your opponent to OTK you. They aren't Yang Zings, they can't just float immediately, but yeah, that just comes with the territory of Rockets. Also, they're over-reliant on their field spell because you do need your boot sector launch for your plays, and if your opponent stops your Link 1 from searching it, you're kind of screwed. Unless they fail to OTK you or fail to set up some disruptions to prevent you from activating your boot sector launch. Also, there's no Borload Savage Dragon because Borload Savage Dragon was one of the best playmakers not really playmakers, but one of the best monsters in the deck because it basically it was so easy to summon because all it takes is just 2 monsters to summon. And in this deck, you're going to be link climbing, so obviously you're going to have a link monster you can use with Borload Savage, and it's just a free negate for Rockets. But since Borload Savage Dragon is banned, and for understandable reasons, Rockets no longer have access to it, so going first, and setting up going first boards is going to be very difficult, for pure Rockets at least. And lastly, they can't play through multiple disruptions. For the stats, I give this deck a 3.5 out of 5 for power, a 2.5 out of 5 for defense, a 2 out of 5 for versatility, a 4 out of 5 2 out of 5 for recovery, a 4 out of 5 for versatility, and a 3 out of 5 for consistency. I'd say it has a 2 out of 5 for recovery because again, you don't have Savage anymore, and normally you would just you summon your Tracer, and Tracer would just instantly get you a Savage, or you can summon your Synchron and bring Absolute Router Dragon out, and then just go into your Savage, or use that one other level 4 tuner that basically just special summons itself from the hand, and you could just go into Savage. But again, Savage is gone, and Savage usually gets you back in the game because Savage could immediately boost its own attack, and it's a free negate, or essentially a free negate for the deck. But because it's gone, the deck's recovery power is not that strong. Anyways, overall, I'd say that this deck is a tier 3 deck. It is decent. It's not terrible, but at the same time, I guess your win condition is just basically summoning Boral and Dragon. Anyways, tell me what you guys think about Salamangreats and Rockets, and it's been me, your boy Blue Getziga, and I'm out.
You're